6, as you prepare for your KPC exam, I want now to take you through the subsequent sources of government revenue and expenditure. But first and foremost, I want to take you through what is the meaning of the word revenue. What does it mean by expenditure? Expenditure. What is the meaning of the word expenditure? I want us also to look at that one. Thereafter, we shall look at the ways in which government collects its revenue. And finally, in the last part of our lesson, I want us to look at the ways the national government and also the county government, they do use this revenue they collect. Welcome. But first, what is revenue? Revenue is the money received by the government to enable it to undertake government expenditure. For example, the money received from collection of parking fees and also fines in the courts, in our courts, this money goes to the revenue. And of course, I will give you many ways in which the government now collects this revenue. Now, let us look at the word, the meaning of what is this thing we are calling expenditure. Expenditure refers to the money spent by an organization or even by an individual, and also by individual government. You see, even those who are, when you are working, you have that budget. So we want to see, once the government collects money, how does it put this money into use? That is what we call expenditure. But first and foremost, we should understand that the national government in Kenya gets money from various sources. I want to take you through bit by bit some of these sources. The government is not like you and me who are working. The government does not have money of its own. The government gets money from us, we the people of Kenya. And that's why I'm saying, as I sit here and as I look at you, it is very important, we as Kenyans, as per the Constitution, to pay the taxes as the government demands. So the national government in Kenya gets money from various sources. Some of these sources are through collection of taxes, through trade license. When you want to start a business, you cannot just go and operate scot-free. You must have a license. So through these licenses, government collects money. Another way through which the government collects money is through interest of loans. When you take a loan, you pay it with interest. That interest goes to the government. And also through the sale of government property. And also through collecting of fees and the fines. And also in our courts. The government also gets money through export and import duty. When you are importing and exporting, you pay those taxes. And that's another way through which government gets its resources. The government also gets money through loans and grants, And also the government gets money through profits made by parastatals, like Kenya Power, like KenGen, just to name a few. During their operations, there are those profits they make. Now, those profits, they go to the government kit. Government also makes money through rent from government houses and offices. The government has got so many rental houses and many rental offices. Those who do rent the government houses and offices, at the end of the month, they have to pay rent. And this rent now goes to the government automatically. And also government gets money, resources from aids and grants. Those loans they get from other countries. And maybe like these monetary bodies like IMF and such other bodies. Now, boys and girls, let us now look ways in which the national government and the county government do spend their money. After collecting all this money, from these sources we have seen, from grants to aid, from collection of taxes, from fines in the courts, how do they spend this money? Is this money spent wisely? And remember, this money belongs to the people of Kenya. National government. These are some of the ways the national government spends the money to accomplish. 1, build national hospitals like Kenyatta Hospital. That is the work of the national government, to build national hospitals. just like Kenyatta National Store. Number 2, to build airports like Mombasa International Airport, Eldoret International Airport. There's another one in Kisumu. There's this one at JKI. All those are government projects. And then that money collected by the government, it can also be used to build primary schools because the population is growing. So what happens at the end of the day? More schools are required for these children. To build more health facilities, to build more ports, maybe at the cost, Lam, because of this business is expanding. So we need to see more ports other than Mombasa port, other than Lam port, and that's the work of the national government. To build health centers, to improve infrastructure, especially those roads which connect, maybe trans highways and what have you. Now, let's go now to the county government. How does it use the money to collect? Also, the county government collects money. And also, the county government, there's that portion of the money it gets from the national government. There's that portion of money which trickles down to the county government. Now, once it collects its own money down there, plus this money which goes down from the national government, once it has that kid, how does the county government spend the money? Number 1, they spend that money by paying salaries to the county employees. 2, they use that money by repairing and maintenance of county government facilities. And also, they use that money in buying supplies needed in county government facilities, like health centers and what have you. And also, they use this money in provision of essential services, e.g., I've just mentioned, health services, health care, and also providing pure water to the people in the county. They also use that money also to build what we call rural roads. Rural roads are maintained, are built by the county government. The national government does not go down there to build the rural roads. So those are some of the ways in which national and the county governments do spend this money they collect. Bye. I wish you well.